What's going on, family? Hope all is well with you all. Really quick, the illusion of love. It is when we get lost in what we think the idea of love really is versus us understanding what it truly is. It is when two people come together and they're learning each other's love language. And as they learn each other's love language, it's very difficult for one person just in general. I kind of feel like we never take the time to grow. We never take the time to really put in the effort to taking things further. It doesn't matter what you want. It doesn't matter how you feel. It's really about you giving the person that you're involved with what they deserve and what they want. And the illusion of love will have you loving someone the way that you want to love them versus the way that they want to be loved. And that's very dangerous. It will put you all at an awkward position. It will also compromise what you all have. And it's hard to build with the person when they're not really you're not giving them what they really want. They get tired of complaining. They get tired of talking about the disconnect. They get tired of talking about you not responding to their text messages, their emails, or even calling them up. They get tired. It feels like to them like everything is done on your terms. And when you get lonely or when you think about them or how you feel, you say, let me call them or let me text them. They feel like they're just taking up time and space in another place in your life. And it's really unfair. How do people get to this? How do couples get to this? Well, anytime you have someone that has never really loved or been loved correctly, it really compromises and confuses what you all have. This illusion is the thought pattern of how they feel that things should be done, but they never really know how to run with it, and they don't know how to live it out. It is a thought process that they feel like this is the kind of relationship I want, this is the kind of marriage I want, this is the kind of family I want, the lifestyle I want. But to get to that place of what they really want, they don't understand the investment and the time that has to be put into having what you really want. So what they do in terms, they isolate themselves. They're never able to really grow with you, or they're never really able to talk about certain things. Instead of you all talking about the differences and the issues and the struggles that you have in your relationship, they talk around it. They feel like everything is always supposed to be happy. Things are always supposed to be perfect between you all. Anything that is compromising or you all have conflict within your relationship, it puts them in a shell because they've never been properly taught. I was going to say trained. They've never been properly taught how to deal with certain circumstances and situations. And so what they do is that anything outside of you all's relationship, they're able to function. They're able to function correctly. They're able to be happy. They're able to go to work and perform at work on a 10 every day. They're able to hang out with their girlfriends and have a good time. They're able to do gardening. They're able to sew. They're able to do anything outside of your relationship or your marriage. But when it comes to what the time that needs to be invested into what you all have, it's very difficult because they've never been properly taught what to do and how to do it. How does this happen? How do people get to this place? How is it that people want a relationship and a marriage, but they don't want to invest in it because they're living off of illusion? They're living off of a fantasy. They're putting themselves in a place, in a position that they're never able to grow with the person. And it does nothing more than compromise what you all have. And it's very confusing. It's hurtful at the same exact time because now you all have been together 3 to 4 years. And within that 3 to 4 year pattern, nothing has ever been dealt with. And you wonder why that person is still saying in a relationship, in a marriage with somebody, they're never able to grow with. How does this happen? Where did the disconnect come from? Well, the disconnect primarily came from when the person was saying over and over again that they needed this and they needed that. But even with that being said, it still compromised certain things. And I kind of feel like a lot of us have been there. Yeah, we have been with people that was never able to offer us what we wanted. So we stuck it out to see exactly what they were going to do. And 9 times out of 10, we all stay in relationships longer than what we should because we really love that person. Nobody just packs their bags up and says, I'm out of here. It doesn't happen that way. And it's never going to happen that way. It always happens to a particular point within your life that you get involved with someone, you want to grow with them, you give them a fair shot to prove themselves and able to love you correctly, and it never happens that way. So this illusion is the way that they see things. Regardless of what you want, regardless of what you need, it's all in their mind. It's the way that they want things to be, the kind of relationship they've always wanted. But they don't realize what you all are trying to build has nothing to do with the way they think, but it has everything to do with what you want. And then if they're not able to give you what you want, regardless of the way they see things, it's never going to work out that way, because then you're going to be the one that's left feeling empty in a relationship that wants to be built the way that they want to be built. It takes two. It takes compromise. It takes sacrifice. It takes for two people to be honest. It takes for you to all to sit down and talk out your differences. But every time that happens, they run the other way. Make sure that regardless of wherever you're at in your life and whatever you're dealing with, you never put yourself in a compromising position with someone that wants the illusion of love, but never understand the sacrifices and the things that have to take place in order for you all to have a successful marriage or a successful relationship. Because all of us have been down that dead end road, and it doesn't lead anywhere to you wasting your time with someone that's never able to give you what you want. So I need you all to think about that. Until then, have a blessed day.